What's up, everybody? I just finished another Goosebumps Slappyworld book. This is fifth grade zombies from R.L. Stein, of course. Right off the bat, this is one of the best covers in the series, probably of Brandon Dorman's career so far. I mean, this is amazing. Little zombie kids running across the jungle gym. This thing never happened in the book, but I would love to see it. As far as the story goes, this is a weak Slappyworld book. This is probably one of the weakest Goosebumps books I've read in a while. I'm not even gonna lie, I fell asleep like twice reading this. It was so slow. And not even the slow parts is what really bothered me, because it was, it took place in a cornfield and all this cozy stuff. I mean, I liked it, but it was just really slow. And as you get further in the book, it really, really annoys you. The story starts off with this kid named Todd. He's going to go stay with his aunt, uncle, and his two cousins, Mila and Skipper. And Todd is from New York, and he lives in the big city, so he's going to go stay in this place. I think it's in Nebraska with his family. They live on a farm. They got cornfields, all the good stuff. And it's a big change for him. And immediately when he gets off the bus that he's riding, he gets in the back of a truck, because every country person drives. All the kids ride in the back of the pickup truck, whatever. And as he's riding, he notices, he sees a bunch of things popping up from under the ground. And he asks Skipper what it is, and he says it's field mice. And, at the very beginning of this book, these kids give this city kid a hard time. They even say something like, you've never seen a truck before, right? Because you're from New York, which I thought was cringy. It was kind of dumb. Whatever. The first 30 pages of this book is honestly just like pranks and cornfield exploration and attic exploration and different things like that. So, like, nothing really happens in the first in the first 30 pages, nothing too much happens. He does go out in the cornfield and thinks that he hears, like, voices and stuff out there. So there's that. And that's kind of what starts this, like, the scares and stuff. Later on, he actually does see what we're promised on the cover. And he climbs out of his window, and this is actually a pretty scary scene. And he actually sees these kids like popping up under the ground, and they're zombies, of course. And it's pretty scary. It kind of reminded me of there's a Zelda game. I don't know which one it is. I think it's Ocarina of Time. And there's like a little side mission where you have to protect the farm from aliens. It kind of reminded me of that for some reason. I think this was a missed opportunity to have an alien book, not zombies. As a matter of fact, this book felt a lot like Why I Quit Zombie School from the Goosebumps Hall of Horror series. This felt like just like deleted scenes from that, like Stein wanted to include. Because there are some good scenes in this book, but man, when you get to the ending and like the explanation for how the zombies were made, this book just like falls apart. Like, this is literally the story of how the zombies came to be. They tell Todd about it, and they literally say there's these kids on a field trip, I think going from Michigan, and they get lost in a cornfield and they come out as zombies. That's literally it. There's no reason. Did they starve? Did they get bit by another zombie? And we don't know. We never know. And that annoyed me. Todd also brings two things with him. He brings a harmonica, and he plays the harmonica. And every time he gets ready to play it, this girl, Mila, tells him to stop. She doesn't like it. And he also brings this lighter with him. This lighter that his grandpa gave him. And he's never lit it. He says just good luck. Now, you would think that he would use the harmonica early. This might be mild spoilers, so bear with me. It's not much, but you would think that he would use either the harmonica or the lighter to get out of the situation towards the end. You've read enough books by this point. And something like that sort of happens, but it's like the opposite. Like, I feel like if he would have done something else, he would have got out of there. I don't know. The book kind of just ends. And when the book ends, it ends on such a goofy, dumb note that like it's literally just dumb. Just read it. Yeah. I don't recommend this one though, like at all. This wasn't good for me. This is one of the weaker Goosebumps books in my opinion. Um, there's a lot more I wanted to say about it, I know, but I'm losing myself right now. It's just I don't know. This was not that great though. I'd probably give it a 2 out of 5 stars. It was teetering on a 3 out of 5 stars, but then when I got to that ending, no, this sucked. This wasn't good. um, if I had to pick anything that I did like about it, I did like the October feel of it. Like there's literally scenes of them coming inside to warm up, drinking apple cider. They're in a cornfield. That's all good. It's like Halloween kind of um, time of the year. It actually takes place in this book where school's starting back, so I guess like August, because they're saying summer's ending, and it's cooling off, and that's about the time of the year it is here as of this recording. So yeah, there is some cool scenes like in the school, like where he sees this bus pull up and it has a bunch of the kids from the field in it, and they drop them off at school. And there's also a scene where he sneaks into the school bus and he sees a leg with a shoe in it, potentially from one of these kids. And that part was cool, but it's weird because Stein, when he writes, I mean, he's not afraid to go gory. And I don't necessarily think gore is like the answer to scares, but this book needed a little something. Like it needed a little bit of gore. This had nothing. There's no mention of faces falling off or anything like that in the previous Goosebumps book. So it's like Stein was like limited, or either they're kind of changing the rules on our Goosebumps that we're reading, and it's nothing like it used to be. This was just very kind of depressing. I mean, it was like, I don't know. It felt like Stein wrote like a PG-13, not even a PG-13, like a rated G zombie book, and it felt like deleted scenes from Why I Quit Zombie School, a book from the Hall of Horror series. It felt like he just added some scenes that he wanted in there, like the cornfield and stuff. Didn't really have, like, you could have went like a totally different way with this. This really just felt like scenes that should have been in another book. Like it felt like two books just kind of like put together, sort of. Yeah, I'm kind of rambling now. I know there's more that I want to say about this book, but I can't think of anything right off the top of my head. Um, yeah, a slappy. Fifth Grade Zombies gets a 2 out of 5 stars for me. Definitely one of the weaker books in the series. Definitely one of my least favorites. I don't think it's the worst in the series, but it's down there. It's close. One day I'm gonna rank all these, God willing. So we'll see. But this was a bad one. I don't recommend this. If you want to read a good Slappyworld book, start off with any of them but this one. Like you'll see which ones I don't like. But anyway, that's been my review for Fifth Grade Zombies. 2 out of 5 stars for me, guys. What did you think about it? Let me know in the comments below. Goodbye.